So, Mom thinks lots formations compared to the mammoth.
These coming down, and those going up.
What did you get?
This looks like honeycomb. This must be the day.
So it holds tight to the ceiling, stalactite. You're actually feel like you're coughing out a sea. Stalactite, yes.
Put it under both hands.
That was heavier than you thought, isn't it?
If you drop it, I'll make two of them.
Oh, that is. Even though there's towers, but when
I
I was
could.
like this.
When I dropped it more, I could dash in my see one out.
Good people, you do.
So this is bacon.
Bacon that's large. Bacon at large, I guess you say, yeah, drapery. Isn't that? Those are also rimstone dams. So look at the difference in age.
Looks sponge to me.
Or polished shoes that's only food.
Welcome to Missouri.